Hi everyone, Mr. Simmer here. Welcome back to Coast to Coast while I'm going ahead and doing the Halloween event with Halloween treats. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab the job here. Pretty close. We're going to FedEx. Similar to what we did last episode. So my goal is to get 3 jobs done per episode here. And that way, in 4 episodes, we can get the whole event done. So this is episode 3. So, and the first load for this here. So we'll go ahead and get that, pick it up. And there we go. This is what I didn't do last time. And then I had to come back here after waiting at the light, so I'm not going to do that. We'll just save time and get in here. So I try to get these done pretty quick when I'm doing the events, because, you know, yeah, you're getting a little bit of experience and so forth, but again, because you're trying to get the loads done, they tend to be pretty small. I'm going to hit that truck if I'm not careful. I'm not sure if I'm going to get clear enough here, but it's down the side of the building, so I've got to kind of get all the way over here, and then finally go back. There you go. So you can see it back there. So we'll see. Just don't want to back into the trailer too hard. Alright. So this is a 76-mile journey. We've been doing things that are similar, between basically 80 and 70 miles, just kind of in this space of Utah. It's been working out. So it's a lot of repetitive travel, but it meets the purpose. So I may be able to get a couple jobs done before I need to rest. I've got about 4.5 hours until rest time. So I will get back to my regular plan of trying to get into Mexico that I mentioned at the end of an episode about 2 or 3 episodes ago. 2 episodes ago, I guess. This is the 3rd episode. So we'll get back on with what was happening that way once I get through this. But again, the series is really about hauling and just being in ATS. So there's nothing that precludes us from doing this, and since I can do it in this section of the map, I've made that decision. So if you haven't been following the other 2 episodes, that kind of gets you up to speed on why I'm doing these right now, because these are time-bound events tied to SCS through the world of trucks, and they're real-time contracts. So whatever time you see on the contract is how long you have to get it done. So this one was, I think, 19 hours or so, but you know, which makes it nice for resting and so forth. And so that's usually the way I like to play, but you can't use the World of Trucks contracts, the external contracts, if you've got mod maps. So I would have to, whoa, well, at this point I violated the red light because I wasn't paying attention. So rather than wait through the whole cycle, I will go ahead. I've already paid the fine, so I might as well take advantage of that. Alright, so we're going to the Provo Walmart. This at least makes a little bit more sense than some of the loads that we've been going between Best Buy and Tesla. But, so So I think again Provo is down to the south. So we're going to be heading off to the right here. And it shouldn't take a huge length of time, but of course, just like any of the loads, once we're in and off the interstate, obviously progress is slower. So we've got a truck and another vehicle going over the high overpass there. Don't need to go to Cheyenne, so I'll need to move over one. And we're trying to get up to full speed, which with a World of Trucks contract is 65. And then we'll be doing the best we can at that point. But we've got 2 entrances of Provo, 2 exits that I figured out a little while ago. So, let's see. I think we'll be there very, very shortly. Because, yeah, as long as I'm really under, certainly 70 or 80, sometimes even under 100, we're basically at 5 minutes. And that's assuming no stops or anything. So, obviously, stopping takes a little bit longer. Having to go pick up the trailer as we did adds a little bit of time, but this one wasn't actually that bad. So I think we're being pretty efficient with our time use here. And so certainly I think I've been able to keep the episodes under an hour for the Halloween, but rather than do say 6 episodes of 2, which would definitely be able to be done in half an hour like we normally have, I just figured we'll power through it in 4 of 3. They're a little bit longer. Those that want to watch it can enjoy them. And those who would prefer to skip over this little bit of a gameplay detour can simply wait until the others come out. But that way we're not going through 6 episode slots. We're just consuming 4. So that's my logic. And I understand that basically makes these probably 45 to 60 minutes long each, which is a little bit longer than I've been doing before, but still within the realm of what I had said for the series I think would be acceptable, as trying to target around an hour at the max. Alright, so this is better because the last drop-off we had here was ADM, which is up and off to the side. This is at least right here on the main road. Let's see. That car went through, so I'm going to assume it's green. It is. So that's always nice. Whoops, I can turn off my signal. So we'll just have to turn to the right, and then we'll be what I assume is a distribution center here for Walmart. It's pretty large. Alright, so here at the light, if we can make it while it's green, that would be much easier. And then be right around the corner here. So this actually worked out really nicely.
Go straight on.
Okay. So I guess we probably enter at the far end there where we see the Walmart sign and then have to come around, is my guess. I'm not sure, but yeah, unless I wanted to drive over the curb or whatever it looks like. It's really my only choice, because I certainly don't want to do crazy things with the police officer right in front of me, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a drive here. It's an interesting setup, to say the least. So, but yeah, it's these kind of things where, again, we've got to wait for another light. think I'm going to be able to... Well, I won't even go up that far, but I was going to say I don't think I'm going to be able to discover whatever this is, but I'm pretty sure it's a truck dealer of some sort. It is. I can tell by the building. Alright, so trucks only. So we want to go this way. And then, yeah, as I said, we're basically traveling the length of the building all the way to the other side to go ahead and hopefully have a relatively easy delivery. We'll see. A lot less busy in the back than some of the configurations that have some angled docks and things like that. I just don't want to pull in here too fast. Oh, this will actually be pretty nice. But yeah, it looks like we've got some of the yellow poles and so forth there, so even though you could see it, and that's what was confusing me, I could see that General Mills tractor from the road, and it made me think, hey, can't I just go that way? But now I see why that wouldn't be possible. It might be too close to the wall. Maybe not. Let's see how this all works out here. I might have gone too far. Yep. Before I do any damage, let's pull this up and try it again, which is the first rule of Truck Club. Don't speak of Truck Club, and then don't hit other things and fix yourself before you hit things is the next rule. So some people might get that obscure reference, but I think I may have started getting hung up on that trailer anyway. This is way more sloppy than I should be. This is pretty bad for me. So I don't understand, but goodness gracious. Cut over. Okay. I still don't think it's going to give it to us, but we'll see. Maybe if I swing this enough. I mean, the guy's able to get stuff off the trailer, right? Alright, so we only got 40 for that parking job. So that was 8 of 13. Not seeing Halloween treats. That's not good. Alright, so gotta go up to Logan now. That's a little bit longer. But we might not have a choice, because otherwise we're going to Steamboat Springs, which is significantly longer. So we'll begin our delivery, and you can see 14 hours, 50 minutes. Alright, so we've got a little ways to go pick this up, and we've got a long ride, so this is going to make this a bit longer, and I'm guessing we're not going to have a delivery terribly close to Logan either for our third delivery, but we'll see how everything pans out here. But I've got 18 miles to get to wherever this is at BHP Billiton. So let me head out here. Alright. That's the only way I can go, so that's not surprising. I'm glad it didn't give me a direction I couldn't accommodate. That would be very difficult.
Go straight on.
So we got a Cardinal. I don't think that's, yeah, I think the General Mills was a dry van that was in the Walmart, so that was not the one that was next to us in the Walmart center there. Good news is I can already see the pickup point, but obviously there's a few gymnastics to get there. And I think this is the one that we have to kind of go up the curve. I think I've been here before. I think that was in the first episode, was the last place I ended up, or, you know, the first place I delivered to. Don't know. Guess we'll see when we get closer what it all looks like. But yeah, like I said, at best we're going to be able to get 2 of these deliveries done before I need to rest. So hopefully we can pull through here pretty quickly. Maybe. Just have to be careful. I don't want to get stuck behind him suddenly stopping. Because, yeah, see, he's turning left, but... And then I think we're going to have to go to the left, and then we'll come in over there.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Alright. Nice horse. Running around.
Get ready to turn left.
Alright, well, we gotta yield, so we don't have to stop per se, but we've obviously got to be careful. Alright, I think we're good. Railroad track, hopefully we'll get over that without any delay. And then, oh, maybe we haven't been. Well, but now I'm thinking there were 2 ways in, I think, where I was before. Good amount of traffic here. But yeah, we're basically kind of going up in that area. There's a real good amount of traffic. Oh, goodness gracious. Is he turning? Is that why he's stopping? Why are they all stopping? Are they seriously stopping for me? Alright. Sometimes it does that, I guess. Maybe it's after it's determined you've waited long enough, it feels sorry for you. So yeah, there you go. You can see we did go up the one direction. Maybe I'll go up this way here so that I can discover the other area, but it looks like I need to be on this side too. So we'll go and give this a shot, because yeah, that was the road we were on before. I can hear the train now, so not sure how well it comes along on the audio that you're hearing, but so yeah, we're at 2 hours now. We'll see how it all comes out. Alright, I see where it's kind of pointing us to. So yeah, looks like I can go here, hopefully. Yep. So this will work out pretty well, because yeah, I can just then pull in and pull straight out. Again, sometimes for these events, where things start from are very, very interesting, or end, you know, but it's more about just doing the work than it is anything else. Alright, so I'll reset my trip. 122 miles, 2 hours 18 minutes, so we might actually need to rest on the way. If we find a rest area, we'll certainly do that. If not, I've got about 20 minutes more to get there than I have before I have to rest, but there's usually enough of a grace period that that should be okay.
Get ready to turn right.
Alright, I will do that. So, we're going to be heading out that way.
Turn right.
Alright, nothing coming there. I'll just go slow here in case something's coming. It's not. I don't know, they're putting some piping in there or doing some construction, but that's a ditch that you could really get hung up on. That would not be good. Alright. So I gotta go 45.
Go straight on.
Seems interesting, but we'll do that. Maybe it'll be easier because of the roundabout or something. Alright, should be able to be green here shortly. Yeah, this is still telling me 6 minutes, so even though it's a good amount, just because of the pace you click through things in American Truck Simulator, it can go pretty fast. But again, some of this, it depends on how quickly we get out of said location here. Alright, I just need to be careful that he doesn't pop over here.
Turn right.
Alright. CR England, I think.
And then turn right.
Alright.
Turn right.
So yeah, that probably worked out pretty nicely, where otherwise we probably would have had 2 or 3 signals. We're still going to have to wait here, but
Go straight on.
that wouldn't have been changed if we went the other way either, other than the timing that we potentially came across it. Alright, here we go. But we're getting close. Once we turn left, it looks like then we'll be getting close to the interstate, and that will allow us to then move along at a faster pace. Alright, it's only a 30 here, so I just gotta be careful. Taco Bell, one of my favorites.
Turn left.
I do enjoy them quite a bit.
Turn left.
Oh, this is, well, let's see, it's probably going to yell at me. I didn't realize the way it was angled. I thought it was just going to take me into it, but
Go straight on.
it worked out. Alright, so I think we're going to need to go to the left to go north, because Salt Lake is, I think, south of us. Or no, Salt Lake is north of us, so no, we're going to have to go to the right here, I would think.
Keep right.
Yep.
And then turn right.
Alright, so now that we're going, we should be able to move along here. Again, if we see a rest area, I'm going to need to take advantage of it. An hour and a half till I should rest, almost 2 hours till we're supposed to deliver, so in theory I'm definitely pushing it, and I've been getting penalized enough for sleep and other things for what I've been doing, so I need to stop that, because it doesn't help with the cash flow. So I have gone ahead in the interim. I just figured at this point, between everything going on, to try to not extend the episodes further. I did have one slot in my LA garage, so I went ahead and bought a truck, hired a driver. So LA is now full, and that is the decrease of the cash that you see between last episode and this one. Alright, so we're below 100 to go. But we've got a little ways, because it's almost at the north end of Utah, I think. Making sure I have my lights on, looking at my sim dashboard. I do. Just the twilight's always that tricky part, and kind of once you get to 7:30, if you don't have your lights on, you'll get fined, which I'd prefer to avoid again, because it's also unsafe. Ooh, nice.
Keep left.
It's Thomas. Almost $20,000. Those are wonderful jobs. So my drivers are starting to be pretty productive at this point. And at this point I have 18 drivers. I believe that includes me. So, but definitely, I'd say we've comfortably entered the mid-size operation at this point. I think once we're probably above 10, certainly above 15, and you know, we've got 6 garages spread across the US. I'd say we've left the small zone with some pretty fair certainty. Don't know if we have some weather rolling in. It's getting a little more cloudy than I've seen in a while. Alright, so sadly this is Ogden, where I've been going from before, so we're going to pass it here. Now if we get lucky, we'll get a Logan to Ogden, but I think that's going to be too close, because we only have about 50 miles here. And I think they need to be 100 kilometers, which I believe is like 62 miles. So in theory it shouldn't spark anything or start anything shorter than that. But who knows? But the difference here though is, like, once we're on the interstate, because we have more interstate driving, we can chew up a lot of those miles pretty fast, which is why between 75 and 122 was only a minute of real-time difference, because it kind of was figuring what I'd need to do. Alright, I was worried it was going to make me get off and then I'd have to dive across, but luckily it didn't. Maybe they're shutting down for the night. Oh, I could have rested there though. Darn it. I forgot that some of the the way stations have rest spots. Oh boy. He's not gonna let me go. That was mean of me. It was mean of me. I just, when I'm trying to pack these in, I'm definitely, I'd say, driving more arcadey than I would normally be doing. So that's kind of what you're seeing, and sometimes stuff like that happens. Not proud of it, but nothing I can do about it now. Because at the point when I saw it, I would have really had to jam on the brakes. So, but I assure you I'll get back to more appropriate driving in the regular loads once I get past Halloween. It's not that I'm not trying to be a good driver. It's just I certainly am a worse driver when I'm doing these, because there's just, you know, there's that time crunch of you got to get 13 loads done by a certain time, and even though they've given us more time, it's just a lot of the same thing until you get done. And so there's just a little bit of let's just get through it syndrome. So I'm gonna turn here. It might say rerouting or whatever, but
Never mind.
yep.
I'll find a new
I don't know why it would have wanted me to go up there and then
turn
come back. I mean, clearly this is right in between here, unless somehow I can't
and then turn right.
turn from the right and get there, but it looks like it's just all roads, so... Oh, whoa.
Finally, a new route.
Wait, turn right. Alright, let me turn around here. They're probably like, what is this guy doing? Alright, so it must be... I guess it's that road there.
Keep left and
Hmm.
then turn left.
That's interesting. Because, yeah, that did not look like anything. It just didn't look like an entrance, so it confused me.
Finally, we are here.
Alright, so we gotta get it in there. Interesting place for Halloween treats, but again, who are we to say? Alright. Oh, really? Not that far over. Oh well. Because again, I don't think there's any place nearby that I've seen that is going to give me somewhere to rest, so it's going to get interesting. Let me straighten this out, because I'm going at too hard of an angle. Whoa. Yeah, this isn't going to help. I'm going to have to really reposition here. Well, let me do this, I guess. We'll see if I can at least squeeze it past the pile. I think I'll be able to. No, I won't. Alright, so let's see. I think I'm going to need to fix this up a lot more than I was. Alright, that should work as long as I don't start cutting too early. Alright. Oh, I got closer to that than I was thinking I was. Not sure. Nah, that's definitely not enough, so let me avoid the inevitable and give myself a little more room to fix this. So that, I think, will be good. Yeah, it's swinging into place a little bit better. There we go. Alright, second load of 3. Yeah, when I don't see a load on the first page, wow. Wow, really? Well, that is by far the best. This Pioche is way further. Alright. It's our best one. The good news is we're picking it up right here. But the bad news is we got a ways to go to deliver it. So, oh, I do see somewhere to rest. So if I go to the left, it looks like we've got kind of a truck. Whoa. I misjudged that. I didn't understand what I was looking at in my mirror. So let me fix this sloppiness here. There we go. Get a little better here. Much better.
Time to hit the road.
Alright. So 230, but we're gonna go to the left, and we are then going to stop at that, what should be a truck stop with that much stuff.
Turn left.
So even though it's telling me to turn left, I'm gonna blow her mind and not do that, and she's gonna get all upset. We're stuck here. Probably gonna be the difference between not having a sleep penalty and having one, although hopefully we're in town, so it won't be too bad. Interesting, because now it's telling me 260. Just because I went all that, I turned right instead of left, I added 30 miles to my trip. Interesting. Maybe that thing is further away than it appears. I don't know. Or the way it's routing us is obviously significantly more roundabout. Problem here is we've got a lot of lights through here, because I'm guessing this has taken us through the core of town. Good news is that light turned green. Oh, don't do that to me. Fire engine. Oh my goodness. What just happened? Why did it just stop? Luckily I just kind of got a glancing blow on it. It didn't really give me that big of, I mean, I don't even think it gave me any damage. But wow. That was terrible. So it cuts me off, and then it stops. So again, I'm not the first one to complain about ATS AI, but wow. That would be a mod that would excite a lot of people. Smart AI. But I'm sure that would be very, very difficult. Because if it was easy, I would imagine that it would be in-game, as opposed to the really schizophrenic AI that is there. Yeah, that was just not even fun. Oh, and now I might get stuck at a train track. This whole thing is, because yeah, this is really just a out of the way thing, but I've got to rest. I really don't have a choice. So I think I can get in from here, so I'm going to go ahead and turn left, because then I can go through the turn, or the signal, faster. Alright, so now I can go here, and then we'll go over to where we can sleep, which is all this space over here.
Okay, let's find a new route.
There we go. Alright, let's do it.
Make a U-turn.
Alright, so we lost $285 for someone who couldn't find a job. I always love those, but alright. I still have over half my fuel, because we're just doing a bunch of short little jobs. So let's see, is it going to take me left? I'm assuming it will, because that's where it had wanted me to go.
Turn right.
Come on.
Reroute.
Alright, let me see where this is going. Oh, I see. Well, I don't know that it's really any better the other way, so let me just keep going. They're both kind of roundabout. And this may be less complicated than the other route. In theory, it's a little bit longer, but it's telling me 14 minutes from here, 257. So basically call it 260. At this point, we shouldn't have to do anything other than get there, because we're rested, we have plenty of fuel. So we've got a little bit of Utah rural driving here with our Halloween treats. But I think this might already be it, and then we turn left and go south, and maybe not quite yet. $4,500, not bad. As long as, and that's Thomas again. Of course I did sleep, so there was 10 hours that went by in between, but I'm like, wow, he like just delivered, and
Get ready to turn left.
alright, I will get ready to turn left.
Turn left.
So, kind of those cattle crossings that you see sometimes out west, I've heard. I don't know if it was an ATS, I think it was, because I don't know that you see those in Farming Simulator, but maybe it was there. But somebody was telling me that they've seen cattle like step their way through it, so some cattle get smart enough to know where to stick their feet and find a way through, so they're not foolproof, but they probably keep most of them out. Alright, so this gets us over, then we're going to go around, but at least this is all a little bit higher speed, is the benefit we certainly have here. Let's see. I was a little close on that RV, or whoa, 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 what is happening here? Oh my god, I barely stopped. So much for high speed. Just go, folks. So this last run is clearly the run to show all the AI problems that you could possibly run into. I suppose I should be careful what I wish for, because there's certainly, I'm sure, something crazier that I can hit too, so. But yeah, coming around a curve where you can't see, and suddenly having everybody stopped because the AI doesn't know how to merge, always a winner. I love it. I mean, I expect that on some entrance ramps, but like when you're entering, you're going really slow, and then you can usually like pick your way around, but whew. Well, that avoided significant damage, because again, owning my own truck, I really don't want to be slamming into another truck at 40 or 50 miles an hour. I think that would be a bit of a repair bill. And yes, our company's doing pretty well. I think we're out of any danger, not that we really have any in base ATS, of going bankrupt. Oh, we're going to have to stop. Let's see. We are. So. But hopefully this will just be relatively quick. Yep, nobody's waiting. So we can pull right in.
I'll find a new route.
Always a little dangerous, because sometimes they'll get you for speeding. Alright. 72,000 pounds. So we are up there, that's for sure. Alright. Now we just gotta work our way back up to speed. Hopefully that'll be the only stop we have to make for a way station, but the challenge, of course, is we have almost 200 miles still to go, so it would not be unheard of if we were asked yet again to be weighed. But we can hope, right? But we'll be doing a lot of off-highway driving, because I have certainly gone to Price. This is the route that many times I get taken if I'm going to Colorado from anywhere up in the northwest area of the map. So Washington, Oregon, Idaho, any of those will take you down. You'll get off at Price, you'll cut across, you'll end up heading kind of through Durango, you know, so then you can get to New Mexico or other places there. But again, a very, very popular route for the game to send you. So yeah, I saw someone, not one of the heavier YouTubers I'm used to with ATS, but I saw someone started something new. I think they were calling it like ATS old school or something, and they were driving without the GPS. They were just going to use the map. So I don't know if that means they still have the map up so that they can see the roads, or if they literally like figured it out on the map before they started driving, knew where they needed to go, and kind of did the old school, hey, I know I need to get off at this exit, I know I need to head here. I'm not sure if that would be fun for a length of time. You know, could be fun for one or two things, but I think then it becomes really challenging. But I suppose in, you know, some of these sims that are up there in age, if you're trying to do something different and unique, you know, after 8 years or whatever, I think that we're at almost 8 or 9, you know, coming up with something brand new that nobody's done before takes some doing. So which is why a lot of people like me in this case too don't really specifically try to do something vastly different. I mean, I think I may have a slightly different spin on it just because of the size of things I added, especially at the beginning when I still had Canada in the mix. Now that Canada's out, you know, it's big, but not as big. Yeah, this is almost like a regular route. Like this would have been, I don't know that this would have been a delivery all by itself in an episode, a regular episode, but certainly was getting close. You know, once we're up at 250 miles, that's a good haul, especially given that we probably have 5 or 10 minutes of maneuvering through the cities on each end around it too, so. Because in theory, 200 miles should really be 10 minutes or something, but that's highway driving, and obviously that's not what a lot of this is. Alright, so we got to get all the way through Provo, then it's going to have us exit, because I think, although actually the last exit at the south end of Provo might be the one that takes us to Price, so we might not go any further than that, but I believe this was the first exit. Be coming up on the second one in a bit. We'll see if it says Price on it. I think it does, so it actually might be this one. Alright. So we are exiting here. It's a real question of, again, now I can't see, so is it red? I can't see. I was going to say the trucks seem to be moving, so that was why I wasn't really standing on the brakes. But yeah, at this point, we'll just head straight toward the mountains and pull on through. So my problem is I gotta be careful because it's gonna slow me down soon. But this is always a win if we can get through this light without stopping, because I would say that's pretty rare. That tow truck was not being very good at looking at the traffic, I will say that. This is a popular gas station, as you can see. I've been in it in this series already. That, you know, would be pretty normal. I was gonna say that car is, oh boy. All right, I need to not drive so arcadey. I got past the tow truck, he backed off, but this guy is not, and then trying to weave between the guy in the left lane, and I need to just stop. Nice train. I know that is a mod, you can get longer trains so that they're not just the quick little stubs that you see, but I think on top of everything else that I have going on in this series with the maps and everything, and the real this and the real vehicles and the real businesses and real gas stations and all of that, I think that might be too much. That might be something that would be better suited for something I'm using official maps on, and then just the realistic companies and all that. You know, some of those mods still there, but getting rid of the 6 or 7 map mods I've got piled on here, and maybe putting in long train and some other things like that that might make for something. So if I remember that when it's finally time, or I feel the need to do something different with my ATS spin, maybe I'll remember that. Good news is we're down to 60 miles, so all that chatting with each other, and made some pretty good progress. Now, this is always where I invariably end up catching traffic, which is frustrating because they should be going along pretty quickly too, but they never are. But we'll see what happens, because I think once we get to that intersection, that's within price, and that's the one, I think, where there's some possibility for a way station on the south end, where that scale is, I think.
Keep right.
But we'll see if it sends us. It does, but that's, oh, okay, that's just this one here. I think I've only stopped at this one other time, because I think it also doesn't flag you going the other way. Alright, so we're 6,000 pounds lighter, but it's probably just fuel. I love that, you know, they give you the right of way, and then they're like, oh, I can buzz by before he speeds up enough. Because they all slowed down when they saw my signal. Then suddenly that guy's like, oh, I'm going to blaze by before. Of course, I guess I should stop complaining, given that I've been driving pretty recklessly to not spend more time than I need to, so it's kind of hard, a little hypocritical to be going after them with what I've been doing, trying to fly through these. So yeah, the nice thing here though, going here, maybe there will be a new area we'll do for the final 3 runs, because now this puts us further east than we've been. So yeah, we'll see how everything lays out. Getting down to 25 miles. So I'm assuming the next interchange, I think, is the last one to really get all the way out of price. Oh, it'll be that Best Buy on the far end. Now I know where we're going. So this isn't the exit. I think there's one more then. Carbon Avenue. But we should be able to see it soon. It'll be on the left. And it might be right there, because it is sweeping over. There you go. You can see it on the map. It is just right off this road. Although there may be a bit of dancing to get there. I don't recall. I'm not sure I've ever delivered here.
Get ready to turn left.
So this is exciting from that regard. It's like a whole new experience. I've driven by here hundreds of times, but I think that's the issue. I've always been on like longer. Okay, load unload area. That's where we want to be. Alright, so we've made it. Now, oh, it's one of these. Oh, wow. It's over there on the other side. This one, I think I've done this once before, but I'm not sure I've quite done that bay. So this is gonna be fun. This is definitely gonna test the skill, because I've really gotta almost do a really fast cut. And obviously I don't have a lot of room, so I gotta be careful how far I do that. Let's see. It's going to require a lot of back and forth, I think. This isn't one you're going to make in one pass, but at least this way. Do I want to try? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Let me see. Obviously, I don't want to hit the other trailer. So let me do this now. There is not a lot of room. Wow. Alright. Well, this one better be 90. I don't know how much more difficult you could have than, in essence, doing an S to park. Because it's like the other trailers are almost in the way. I don't know that I have enough room to do what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to, in essence, try to make a 90. But I don't know. Well, there's enough space there, so I might be able to. Because if I can then at least swivel this, I can pull into that bay. And that's kind of what I was trying to get to here. Alright. So this might, I mean, that's certainly way better than it was, but, alright, now it's almost just a normal job. Still got a little bit of challenge, because I've gotta almost come back over, but I got enough room here to do that. So let me straighten this out. That will help. Alright. Definitely one of the more challenging spots I've had in a while. That's for certain. Those are fun. It's always fun trying to see what you can do. Alright. So I think this should get us to what? 10 of 13? No, 10. Yeah, 10 of 13. My God, it only gave us 40. It did not give us 90 for that. Incredible. Alright, 10 of 13. Got 3 more left. I'll do those next time.